My brother's a lifer. He's been locked up. This coming 4th July, it will be 31 years that my brother's locked up. I'm basically on both sides of this story of having a lifer as a brother and being a mother of a victim of a violent crime. I have a son that was shot to death. He was 23 years old, and I remember wanting, when we were going through trial, I want the young man to be locked up for the rest of his life. But then now, as I think about it, and 30 years later, my brother's locked up, like, what good would that do? With my brother, it's like, okay, 30 years, what is enough now? I wonder what is enough and what's too much, you know.
Since my daughter has been incarcerated, the most difficult thing is, am I going to talk about it, or am I going to hide it? Where do I get help from? Who is willing to help at all? I've kept it secret for a couple of years, not talked about it, thinking it's embarrassment, it's a shame. So a lot of my friends I've told, oh wow, you know, she moved out with a boyfriend, she's not home anymore, but maybe one day you will meet her, you know, because I don't want to deny that I have a daughter. It is like leading a double life, because you know, some people understand and some people do not understand.
I remember when I went in to my first time to visit my brother, it was crazy to me. It was like, I was so scared. I was basically in the waiting room before we went into the visiting room, hyperventilating, like just watching all this whole situation unfold, like the gate opening up. And I was really like scared, like, oh my God, I'm going into prison. Are they going to let me out? Are they going to find something, some reason to keep me there? Because I know that they can keep you in there for the rest of your life. Like, they can actually keep people for the rest of their life in prison. And
I remember when I left the meeting with the lawyers and the DA after 2 hours and walked out on the street, I suddenly realized I had a headache, and I realized that I had to pee and that my back was hurting and my shoulders were really tense. It was like for those entire 2 hours I didn't have a body. It's like so much was riding on that meeting. Someone else's life was riding on that meeting that I relied on an old survival skill of leaving my body and of disassociating in order to get through it.
I have a girl who made a mistake when she was 16, and I'm not embarrassed anymore. She landed up in the jail system and now in the prison system. I'm not embarrassed anymore. My daughter is in prison right now, and I'm not gonna hide anymore. You have to accept me and our family the way we are. And my daughter has been in prison, and it's not all her fault. That's why I've been in hiding for so long. But I'm not embarrassed anymore.